My last video, I tested the Shaper Origin's accuracy against my $10,000 Avid CNC. Today, it's part 2, working with the Shaper Trace. Now you might be thinking, do you need a Shaper Origin to use this? Answer, absolutely not. I'm leaving my Shaper Origin in the box today. I want to prove Shaper Trace is a secret weapon for any CNC or laser owner, whether you've got a $500 diode laser or a $10,000 or $20,000 CNC. I want to test two things: the scan accuracy in the app and the cut accuracy, both on an XTool laser and on my Avid CNC.
That is awesome.
A quick honesty check. This frame is mostly plastic. A lot of people online wonder if it should be metal. It does not need to be. That would make it cost more, but it would not make it work any better. Real question is, does it function as a precision scanning tool? So let's find that out. Got two objects, a 2" by 3" rectangle just for scale, and a random real-world shape, a wrench I found in my drawer, because let's be real, that's really what the trace is for. I trace both objects using the marker that comes with the trace. I then export that SVG to the Google Cloud. I download and save on a laptop, and then cut that same file on an XTool P2 using XTool Creative Space, and on my Avid CNC using Vectric software. Let's see what happens. Before lasers and tool paths, this is just a real-world measurement, a control if you will. I cut out a 2 by 3" rectangle with my laser. It's measuring slightly smaller due to the laser cutting curve. Okay, this is the part where most scanning workflows fall apart. The biggest complaint is the scaling. If I scan a 2" by 3" rectangle, does the SVG import as 2" by 3"? Or does it come in at some weird size and now I'm fixing the design? Here's what the trace says for a 2 by 3. Now we're jumping into XTool's Creative Space. Will we get 2 by 3? Yes, that is 2 by 3. It's actually the exact same dimensions. Now we are in Vectric for the CNC, and same question. Do we still get 2" by 3"? Yes, that is 2 by 3. Almost the exact same dimensions. So the scaling test is a pass. No math, no redesign required. Now, let's cut these things. We're going with the laser first because it's fast and consistent. It's perfect for checking the numbers and to see if the outline matches what we scanned. Now the Avid CNC using Vectric, exact same SVG file. I'm not making any modifications or altering the size, so this is a real world test. Anywho, let's try again. Was supposed to be a pocket like this, but I forgot to reset my zero from a machine bed to the surface. Now I have this, my spoil board, which is pretty awesome. But here's the deal. If this had been T-Track, that would have sucked. All right, this is the moment that matters. Numbers are great, but I want to be able to see the accuracy. I'm using the calipers to measure the rectangle. I don't expect it to be perfect. Remember, even with a laser, we have to consider a cut curve, but I do expect it to be close. With the wrench, I want to see the accuracy in this by tossing the calipers to the side. I want to see a real fit test. It's the reason people use the shaper trace in the first place.
2.015. 3.01, we'll call that 8. 3.018. That's crazy cool. Away. Here's my piece I just did. We're going to check it out. No modifications to the file whatsoever. So I got these little fuzzies on them. I'm sure I don't hit those. 2011. This looks like about 3021. 3021. So here's what I cut out. Here's the cutout. So this was the point, right? That's why you get the trace. Cut this thing out. I didn't edit it, didn't touch the file, didn't do anything. Oh, that is awesome. Got this inset for our wrench. It's just like inlaying in a drawer. This could be foam, this could be wood, this could be whatever. And again, this is going to be the cool part. Haven't altered this file at all. Uh-oh.
Okay, you heard the uh-oh. That wrench did not fit. At first, I thought the experiment was a fail and there was a problem with the file transfer from the shaper trace to the CNC. But it turns out it was completely user error. Classic CNC mistake. I was using a 1/4-inch spiral bit and that was too big to reach the end cut for the wrench. Here you can see it if I use the laser cut wood to demonstrate. The 1/4-inch bit ran along the tool path, but you can see the bit is not capable of reaching the very tips. Something I should have thought about, but no worries. I'm going to find something else to trace. I dug around and found a basic French curve in my drawer and thought this would be the perfect accuracy test. Same routine. Trace, capture with the Trace app, save to the cloud, download, open in Vectric, cut out a pocket on the CNC, no file modifications, no resizing, classic fit test.
But it should fit right in. Let's see what happens. Oh, that is nice. Look at that. You guys, this is fantastic. Well, there you have it. I do not think I have to worry about the file transfer process going from trace to a shared drive to CAD software, be it XTool software, Vectric software, laser, CNC, whatever it is. I mean, this is slop free, wiggle free, perfection without touching the file at all. That's accuracy. I like it.
Here's my biggest takeaway. You do not need a shaper origin to get value from the shaper trace. Even if you never plan to buy an origin, this trace creates clean SVGs that scale properly. They drop straight into XTool, Creative Space, Vectric, any design software you plan to use for any application. If you've ever wasted even an hour redrawing some weird part from scratch, this can pay for itself in saved frustration. This turns real objects into usable vectors. This is one of the cleanest workflows I've ever used. That's it for this video. If you haven't checked out the first part where I reviewed the origins accuracy, please check out that video. Thanks for watching. Please like, please subscribe. Hope to see you soon.